On the outskirts of a small town in Rajasthan stood an ancient mansion, Thakur Haveli, the old vines creeping along its cracked walls whispered stories that no one dared to finish. Locals said the mansion was cursed. No one lived there, yet strange sounds echoed through it at night, footsteps, whispers, and sometimes the soft cry of a woman. The story begins with Aditya and Ria, two college students who ran a YouTube channel called Mystery Unfolded, where they explored haunted places. Their last video had gone viral. Now they wanted something truly spine-chilling. One day, an old man from the village warned them, greater than, if you have the courage, go to Thakur Haveli. Real fear lives there. Ria smiled, that sounds exciting. Aditya replied, they say no one ever comes back from there. Exactly, Ria grinned, that's what will make our next video legendary. At around 9 p.m., carrying their camera and flashlights, they walked toward the mansion. The road was cracked and dry. The only sound was of crickets and their own footsteps. When they reached the gate, a cold gust of wind brushed past as if the Haveli itself had noticed them. The rusted door was half open. Aditya turned on the camera and spoke, greater than, so friends, we're here, inside Thakur Haveli. People say a woman roams here at night waiting for someone. Tonight, we'll find out who she is. Inside, the air was thick with the smell of dust and damp wood. The walls were green with mold, the ceiling heavy with cobwebs. Ria whispered, it feels like time has stopped here. Too faint to understand, yet too real to ignore. Aditya stopped. Ria, did you hear that? She nodded nervously, yes, but it doesn't sound like just wind. They entered a large hall. That grand portrait hung on the wall, Thakur Sahib and his family. All faces looked calm except one. A woman's, her eyes burned with anger and sorrow. Ria zoomed in on her face and said, that must be the woman everyone talks about. Just then, the window slammed open with a burst of wind. The heavy door behind them shut tight. Aditya tried to calm her. It's just the wind. But then thud, thud, thud. 3 knocks came from behind the painting. Ria gasped, Aditya, let's get out of here. Aditya hesitated. No, this could make our video viral. He carefully touched the frame, nothing but a cold wall behind it. Suddenly, the flashlight flickered and died. Room went completely dark. Ria quickly turned on her phone's light and froze. On the wall, someone had written in faded red paint, he will return, and so will I. A chill ran through her spine. Aditya, what does that mean? Maybe some prank, he said, though his voice trembled. Then footsteps echoed behind them, slow, near. They turned, no one was there, only the curtains, swaying gently as if someone had just passed through. Let's leave, Ria whispered. This must have belonged to her, Thakur's wife, he murmured. According to local dailies, Ratanvadi Devi, Thakur's wife, was known for her beauty and for her tragic fate. After Thakur's sudden death, she was said to have lost her mind and vanished inside the Haveli, never seen again. Some said her soul still roamed there, waiting for justice. Ria's voice shook. This isn't funny anymore. Let's go. Aditya replied, just one last shot. He turned the camera toward the main door. Friends, if you want us to stay here tonight and uncover the truth. The camera shut off on its own. Ria's phone died. The flashlight went out. Then from the top floor came a faint female voice. You've come. Thakur has returned. Ria grabbed Aditya's hand. Standing before them was the same woman from the painting. Her eyes glowing faint red, her expression unreadable. And suddenly, bam, the door slammed, windows shut, and the camera turned on again, recording on its own. The Haveli was drowning in darkness. Ria's heartbeat echoed louder than her steps. Camera's red light blinked again, recording, but no one knew how. Aditya stood frozen, staring at the spot where the woman had just appeared, and vanished. Only a faint sound of bangles lingered in the air. Let's leave, please, Ria begged. Aditya, voice trembling, replied, no. Keep the camera rolling. People must see this. They walked deeper inside. The walls were lined with old family portraits, memories trapped in dust. But in the shadowed corner of the picture, blurred figure stood as if someone unwanted had crept into their moment. Look, Ria pointed, there's a third person in this photo. Aditya zoomed in and the glass shattered suddenly. The sound echoed through the hall. Something's not right here, he muttered. They reached a narrow hallway the part villagers had warned them never to enter. The wooden door creaked open on its own. "Is someone here?" Rhea whispered. "Or something wants us to follow," Aditya said softly. At the end of the hallway was a small room with a dusty mirror, an old bed, and a torn diary lying on the floor. Rhea picked it up and began to read aloud. "Today, Thakur doubted my loyalty. He thinks I love the servant, but I was only helping him. If Thakur won't believe me, maybe I'll be alone forever. If he takes away my love, I won't leave this happily, ever." Rhea's hands trembled. "Aditya, this is Ratan Vadi Devi's diary." Aditya whispered, "So Thakur's death. It wasn't natural, was it?" Before they could think further, the lamps went out. The walls groaned. The mirror glowed faintly, revealing Ratan Vadi's reflection standing right behind Rhea. But in the mirror, the woman's red sari fluttered, her eyes fixed on them. Rhea screamed, "Aditya!" He grabbed her hand, and they ran toward the exit, but the hallway stretched longer, endlessly, as if the Haveli itself refused to let them go. Whispers filled the air. "You must know the truth. Give me justice." Rhea closed her eyes and shouted, "We'll set you free. Just let us go." Everything fell silent. Then a hidden trapdoor creaked open, leading down to a basement. They descended. In the center of the room lay an old locket half buried in dust. Aditya picked it up. Inside was a photo of Thakur and Ratan Vadi, cracked right through the middle. "She was punished for something she never did," Rhea murmured. A faint light appeared. Ratan Vadi's spirit stood before them, calm this time. "He doubted me," she said softly. "He locked me here. I never left." Aditya stepped forward. "We'll tell the world your story. They'll know the truth." At his words, the Haveli brightened. The heaviness lifted. Ratan Vadi smiled one last time and dissolved into light. And they stepped outside. Dawn had broken. Rhea faced the camera. Sometimes fear is just an untold story. Ratan Vadi Devi wasn't a ghost. She was waiting for justice. Aditya added, "If you like this story and want more haunted mysteries, like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support gives us the courage to explore more hidden truths." They got into their car. Camera lying on the seat suddenly turned on by itself. On the screen appeared glowing words. "Thank you. I am free now." They exchanged a silent look and smiled. As the video faded out, one curtain of the Haveli fluttered gently in the wind, as though someone was still watching.